All right, what is going on worldwide? Tempo FM, YouTube, and Facebook. How y'all doing this Friday? Thank you for joining us once again for another episode of the Side Chat. Hope you had a good Friday. Hope you had a good week. And we're going to just get into the usual topics, just random topics, and talk about stuff. So right now, of course, let me introduce the crew in what we could do. Make sure I have everybody up in the spot. So first, let me go. Trip, how you doing, sir?
Good evening and salutations, everyone. Yes, I'm doing fine. I just took some painkillers, about 600 milligrams of it, so just to at ease on this show, because there's a lot of bumpy stuff that's going to be going around here. That's on with the guests.
All right. Anyway, what about you, Kanoshi Ramonito? How you doing?
It's Kanoshi Ramonito here to say 2020 is not over yet. Anything could still happen.
Oh, you're correct on that one, sir.
Don't sleep. Do not sleep. That's what you're trying to say, huh?
Yeah, come to sleep.
It's not over till the fat lady sings.
I can't wait for this freaking year to be over.
And then, we have part 2 of next year.
Oh, Lord. I know, right?
More shutdowns, more people out of work. Yeah. A life to live.
Yep.
And it's not just here in this country, it's everywhere.
Oh, it is.
It's everywhere.
It is.
It's Europe, here.
Australia, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. What about you, Anderson? How you doing, sir?
Hey, there's a pandemic going on worldwide, and I feel like I need Vagisil. So I'm fine.
Oh, really? Oh, Lord. All right.
It seems like the end of the world, people.
Yep, that's the usual stuff. So first, we're gonna start. Since last time we had a lot of people just liking what we were talking about with the games and stuff. So we're gonna talk about as Kanoshi talk about the 2020. Well, one of the most anticipated game in decades just got released, and it's not good. It's good if it works, but the problem is it mostly don't work. So
you got if you have it on PC and if you have a really good rig, it's serviceable.
Yes,
but we're
talking about Cyberpunk 2020 from CD Projekt Red. It's cool. It's a mess.
It is a dumpster fire. Well, saying it's a dumpster fire is putting it lightly. Mm-hmm. Like it is as if somebody went to the dump and just lit and
set up a nuke.
Yeah, set up a nuke. This is how
it's a masterpiece of what you shouldn't do as a company.
Like, look, people always want to yell at the developers, but these executives, these people really need to be taken to task. These are the people we need to really go after.
I mean, some developers could do some horrible stuff. Don't get it wrong, but the people up in the upper level, yeah. I mean,
well, I mean,
what? Go ahead.
The article I read earlier, the developers are like, with the article I read earlier, the developers were like, we needed more time. We needed more time to
do the game. Yeah, that's what happened.
Polish this game, but
that's what they were talking about.
Board members just weren't having it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's like they what do you call it? I keep on forgetting what they call the thing. The investors meeting, they were talking about that. Like the big one of the questions was, why did they release the game? We had so many developers saying that the game wasn't ready yet.
I'm just shaking my head here.
Got you. So, but it's kind of weird because I never seen to see that PlayStation took it off of their PlayStation store. I was like, dang.
You know you effed up on that one.
Yep. Yep. You did. That was bad. And also, you have you could people weren't getting refunds. I think this is another thing with all people trying to buy all digital games now. Y'all want to get rid of physical? Good luck with that. Convenience goes
Exactly.
practicalities out the door because you want a convenience.
But you know, it kind of begs the question. I'm like, it's so bad that Sony basically yanked it off of their store. How did it got passed to get up there to begin with?
Because
they were desperate to have something at launch for the PS5 and Xbox, whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean the PS5 and Xbox 6 series wasn't really that version ain't this, but because they want to use the backward capability of the consoles to push it up to have something to play, that's what they did, and that's what Anderson says true. Also, Microsoft did let it, because in the developers meeting in the meeting, they also asked why did Sony and Microsoft let it go past their smell test, as you would say, the quality check. Well, but let's be honest, their quality check is not up to snuff anyway, because again, order 1886, Fallout 76, and as Anderson brought out, which is weird, 76, 2077, or when it's gonna be 78 somewhere, gonna be some game has a 78 gonna be crappy that people like. I don't know. It's gonna be crazy.
Keep the trend going.
I know, right? Keep the trend going. Why not?
Yes.
But
just follow the numbers, ladies and gentlemen. Follow the numbers.
Yeah, it is that. But it is crazy how that that happened. It is just weird.
And not really. Not really that crazy. Saying now a lot of.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was saying, when you see what gamers, so-called gamers, let some of these people get away with, and yet they'll attack other games for doing a lot less or barely doing anything bad, you gotta know that standards are just not a thing anymore. Plus, a lot of big releases this year have just been like one bomb after another.
Yep. I mean, you had some good release games. Don't get me wrong. 2020 has some good release games. I mean, you still had Ghost of Tsushima. You still had, I mean, Age of Calamity.
Yes.
Ogami King. I mean, but a lot of indie games stepped up, like I said before. That
Hades was an excellent game.
Yeah, indies came out.
And now it has cross-save, cross-play.
Yeah, that's just great.
Yeah. Hell, I was.
That's what I'm getting at.
And then there was a game. What is the game that PlayStation people was? I forgot the name of the game, but it's called. The first game came on the Switch, and then the company now is going to bring it to place. Is going to bring it to the Switch to the RPG game. I forgot the name of it. I don't think I could find it.
That's slipping my mind at the moment.
It's the one Sony, because Sony has said something about people were cracking jokes on Sony because it's like it has thick thighs and there's some crap. Is it JRPG, of course?
It was Rise of the Atelier or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I can't, not off the top of my
head. That game from Ubisoft? No, wait, that's something else.
No. That's Phoenix. That's Phoenix More Than Horizon. The JRPG game, because the second version.
Persona 5 Scramble?
No. I tell
The
something.
sequel.
Yeah. I'm trying to find out the daggone thing, but it's not coming up on Amazon the way I thought it is. Which is, I'm trying to find it, but
I would say there's nothing good that came out this year. A lot of good stuff. Thing is, it's stuff that a lot of the people, whether get name recognition on this YouTube platform, willingly skip under the radar. Well, honestly, at this point, you should probably stop with letting other people decide for you. Put on that free will.
yeah. Well, that's the platform the people thing is. I can't find it right now, so screw it. It is what it is. I guarantee you, as soon as I finish this thing, it's gonna do that.
Par for the course.
Yeah, as usual. So right now, let's just go with I have an article here because I want to read, as you guys can see on your screen, because it needs to be talked about as usual. It is basically kind of helping to go more and more into the situation of gaming. A while ago, we had a lot of people doing. We had a lot of people. What do you call it? Get because get the loot boxes and everything like that. Yeah, the loot boxes.
Oh. Trying going against the whole microtransaction
and everything like that. So there's an article, as you guys can see on your screen. There's an article on the screen that I want to read because I always had on the gaming side of things. I always had this notion with people saying, all you got to do is just make the government do this, do that. Okay, then you take responsibility. Let's see how far it goes, because if you do that, they still ain't gonna fix the problem.
Oh no.
Why do people keep thinking just put the government in everything and it'll solve the problems that are personal responsibility issues?
Thank you, Anderson.
You are correct about that.
When you get the government in anything, it's kind of hard to get them out.
That is true. So,
and even though, I was saying, even though there are some individuals who wants to teach you something, but then you just slap their hand and say that you're a big boy, you want that stuff. Like, all right, but don't say we didn't try to warn you.
Yep. So the story is this 6-year-old boy racked up $16,000 on mom's credit card playing video games. Well, this is New York Post. That was like a clever little pun into everything. Well, Santa has somebody has made Santa's naughty list. 6-year-old George Johnson secretly racked up more than $16,000 in Apple App Store charges for his favorite video game, Sonic Forces, leaving his mom in shock. While working from home, you got something to say?
No, I was just gonna say it's it's too bad, but why do you leave your credit card information so readily available like that?
Well, let's go into it, and that's it. While working from home during the pandemic, in Connecticut, the real estate stockbroker, Jessica Johnson, 41, didn't realize that her young of her two sons had gone on a shopping spree on her iPad over the month of July. George bought add-on boosters starting at $199, red rings move up to $99 gold rings. Good grief. And allow him to access new characters, more speed, and spending hundreds of bucks at a time. On July 9th, the day that Jessica was working home in the next room, there was a charge totaling over $25,000, $2,500. It's like my
Can we
60.
stop right here?
Okay.
I mean, if that was the first time you've noticed something is going on, uh, maybe this is just me. Because if I was in that situation, I would call the bank and basically ask what is going on with that, because that's a big sum that just sprung up in the first time.
Yes.
So,
Well, I think that's what triggered it. Because remember, it started with 199. It was a small charges, so she would have never threw like, what are these for? And and that added up, and then it started doing 999, and then like I said, yes, it was 25 charges totaling $2,500. Now, if she's a shopper, reason why she has a card in Apple, on file for Apple, so they could do stuff. Maybe she didn't see that at first. You know what I'm saying?
yes, I can see that.
All right, I'm gonna continue. All right, it's like, go ahead.
But then I'm like Adrian. All right.
Nothing.
She may have not got. Yeah, she may have not gotten notified for those small charges, but okay, maybe this is me just being
Rambler.
no, not rambler, more like
Overthinking.
a bit. Yeah, yeah.
I
Probably.
was overthinking.
Overthinking.
I mean, the video said it because again, basically, I'll answer that question. What we're gonna do? Let me just go through this and because really is just see what happens. So we have let's see, blah 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 blah. Where was I? Okay, it's like a 60-year-old was doing lines of cocaine and doing bigger and bigger hits. She joked at her first grader. When Jessica discovered that Apple and PayPal were withdrawing hefty sums, $256 here and 601 there from her Chase account, she assumed it was a mistake or fraud and called the bank and confused and about the unitemized charges. They were the way they charge got bundled made it almost impossible to figure out that it was from a game. She said, "Which I could see that. I could see that."
Right.
Still clueless that it was George doing, Jessica filed a fraud claim in July when her bill reached $16,293.10. But it wasn't until October that she was told by Chase that the charges were indeed hers and she needed to contact Apple. She realized it was George only when she reached out to Apple and was walked through a buried running list of all the charges. You wouldn't know how to find it without someone directing you, Jessica said. When she saw the Sonic icon, she knew it was George. Damn you, Sonic. Fast way to get that money, boy.
Well, but at least Sega's happy.
I know, right? Jessica got no sympathy from the customer service agent, even after confessing that she wouldn't be able to pay her family mortgage.
Okay. Question: which customer service is it? Apple?
I would say
Sega?
Apple. I don't see that say Sega. I think it's Apple. They were like,
all right.
Mortgage. They're like, there's a setting you should have known. She recalled. She admitted that she hadn't put the parenting setting on her account because she didn't know about them. Okay, you're giving your kid your iPad,
Which has your your credit card information on it.
I know, right?
Oh.
Exactly. Obviously, if I had known there was a setting for that, I wouldn't have allowed my 6-year-old to run up nearly $20,000 in charges for the virtual growers, just who husband cares for the kid full time. Wait. So you don't even take care of the kid? Wow. Good job, lady. Good job.
Parenting 101.
Yeah.
What?
So basically, so the husband takes care of the kids, and the husband takes care of the kids, and when it's time for her to take care of the kids, you just put them in front of the stupid box. Here's an iPad. Go ahead, do something. I'll take care of everything else. You want to say something, Kanoshi?
What ethnic group? What ethnic group?
White.
What class? Oh, okay.
Yeah, here's the thing that gets me, lady. You basically let your son play on basically on a smartphone, which is basically a okay, yeah, basically a small PC. Didn't you think that, I don't know, maybe the kid might search something that's probably not appropriate? Have you ever thought about that?
I don't think she. Well, like I said, who's helping take care of the kids full time. These games are designed to be completely predatory. Here we go. This is why I read. This is why I want to read this. I think you're right, Trip. When I say these games are designed to be completely predatory and get kids to buy things, while grown-ups wouldn't spend $100 on a chest of gold coins. Oh, there's a lot of adults that would do that, sweetheart. No.
You know what? Now that we reached that point, I don't know if this lady has been living under a rock, that gamers for, I don't know, 2-3 years, that they were basically combating this whole microtransaction.
Yeah, she wouldn't have. No, I don't think she's on a rock. She would have never known that.
Hold on. Let me go a bit further. That it went so far that it even reached all the way to the court case to have the government involved.
Like, she would know that. It was in Hawaii.
Yeah.
The court case was in Hawaii. Who would have known that? Nah, she would have never known that. And again, remember what I played last night with people who don't even know about the Joe Biden's own quotes. If they don't know that, which were more viral than that, you think she would know? Come on, man.
Yeah. Yes, and there I wanted to underline the problematic in this situation, that gamers, and I'm using this, and I'm using that in air quotation. You guys want to combat this. You guys need to spread a better message. But I would say, even though you have done so, yes, there's still going to be like you just said, that there's people out there that's going to feign ignorance, or don't even want to hear you.
Ain't got
So it's kind of like a losing battle.
Not really. It don't get nothing to do with it. This is basically parenting 101. Ain't got to do nothing with gaming, really, to the degree. I just read that because the gamers on that side are always saying this is predatory, like a Jim Sterling or something like that. But the thing I'm saying is, it's the parents that needs to do their jobs. Don't need government to do it.
Yes.
Excuse me. Sega, the makers of Sonic Forces, did not return calls for comment. When Jessica explained to George that the totality of what he has done, he said, "Well, I pay you back, Mom." And he's 6 years old. He don't know how. Jessica recalled how I pay him $4 to clean his room. I literally told George, "I don't know about Christmas." Yeah, you basically ruined Christmas, kid. Don't be asking for jack squat. But again, the fault fell on the parent. No ifs, ands about that. Still, she believes.
Yes.
Because here's the reason I say follow the prayer. Because still, she believes the blame lies on Apple. No, it's on you. You
No,
shouldn't.
not you. Oh, yeah, like I said before, you should have paid attention to what your kid is doing on your phone.
Well, it's an iPad, but still,
You
that's what I'm saying.
you basically hand him a portable PC. That's the word I was looking for. Portable. Yeah.
My son didn't understand that the money was real. How could he? He was playing a cartoon game in a world that knows it's not real. Why would the money be real to him? That would require a big, great cognitive leap. Again, I get what you say, but the problem is you.
You know what? Hindsight is 2020 because I was. It's like I was looking back to how my parents, well, actually, my mother was basically watching me what I play back in the day, like a freaking hawk. And as much as I was, I
Annoyed.
begrudged that. Looking back, yeah, I love you, mother. That's all I can say.
Trip, back then, games didn't have microtransactions.
That's true. That's a different story, but
Yes, but even so, but at least my mother, for some reason, had the foresight that hey, she was actually being a parent, as in parenting me when I didn't know any better.
yes, yes. Now she's scrambling to
Sorry.
now she's scrambling to pay off his debt. I didn't get a paycheck from March to September, said the mom, who works on commission. My income was decreased by 80% this year. That sucks, and I feel for you on that part. I may have to be.
Thing,
I
yeah,
may have
sucks.
to. I may have to force this kid to pay me back in 15 years when he gets his first job. Basically, he should. Her advice to
Oh
parents is to
yes.
check the security settings. I uphold all possible games that has Apple devices and not preset to the parents preset to prevent this. Now here's the thing I'm gonna say about this, lady. Again, you're the problem. 1, 2. I don't even have my credit card on my daggone phone. Nevertheless, nothing. And you guys know this from when I do when we talked about the Wii U and stuff in video games we do on the gaming channel. I don't.
Yes.
I did it on Nintendo, and you still had to go to a certain step on a Wii U if you wanted to do that. Now that Nintendo doesn't do it with the Switch, my card is not on my dang Switch. I don't even have it on my phone. You had your card on your phone for because of convenience, and you didn't think of having like a what do you call it, a double authorization, because most apps now have that. Amazon has it and everything as well too. Then if somebody's gonna purchase, it asks for a two-step authorization to make the purchase. But when people talk about, oh yeah, that saying about this is a predatory lending, whatever. Yes, I mean, it's predatory to a degree, but you got to take responsibility to not buy the damn thing. That's what we're trying to say. All these laws for little kids, whatever, it's still the parents' fault. It's the parents to take care of this. You give easy access to your credit card to your kid. Now, I would say, yeah, and I would say this too. I'll say this too. For me, from my bank account, anything over $200. Now, like I said, he's added up, but she just said 600 and 500. Anything over $200, my bank automatically calls me and say, "Yo, what's going on? You cool? We good? Okay, we good. All right."
Yeah.
That is not gonna do. That is parenting. No, that's not even parenting. That's just being a call. In the age we are in right now, that is because exactly. That's being an adult. I have a trigger in my bank accounts. I have a trigger for when it's below a certain threshold. So you warn me like, oh crap, I'm below $1,300. Okay, I gotta keep my eye on stuff. Watch for the bills coming. Bam, bam, bam. I have another trigger for, like I said, if it goes over $200, they call me and say, hey, is this purchase legal? Blah blah blah. Yes, it is. I did make that purchase. Okay, we'll let it go. And I'll be honest. On Black Friday, I got an email in my junk. Just as a warning to people, scammers are getting very good of creating these fake stuff. Okay, they're getting better and better. I got an email from my bank saying that I used my card here and here, which was normal places I would use it, but it said that the amount was not crazy, but just a little higher than I would ever use it. And they were like, "Oh, we just check it out because we have a lot of recent activities in this thing, whatever." Come to find out, it was a fake email. I didn't click on it or nothing. I literally do not open emails to accounts with financial through your emails. Never do that. Get out of it. Open it and go to www.chase.com or bankamerica.com, whatever, and look it there and then see what's going on. Never touch the emails. All right, that's what a scam. That thing looked exactly like the Bank America stuff, like the Chase stuff. It looked just like it. I was like, wait a minute. I know I didn't spend on that crazy money like that. Let me go to my account. Nope, I didn't touch that. And I said, I'll just wait to see what happened. And nothing happened because they wanted me to open the email. But it looked exactly like the official email from the bank. So you gotta be careful in the world we are today. Now, I mean, ignorance is crazy, but ignorance is also gonna cause you financial
everything.
Yeah, exactly. $16,000, and you ain't. That's crazy money. That's a car. Hell, that's a car. Say that. That's all it is. That's what Sonic was doing.
There's too much rent in LA.
Go ahead.
That's probably a single month rent in New York or
LA.
San Francisco or LA.
God. Yeah, that's what I said.
In San Francisco, yeah, and it being that she was a real estate agent, yeah, it could be that too. Because again, I don't know what the house mortgage is already that. I already did a show. I did a show, but I need to talk about it with this girl in New York. Wanted to get a 1-bedroom apartment in New Jersey for $3,400. I'm like $3,400 for 1-bedroom apartment. I got me a 5-bedroom house, and I ain't paying nowhere close to that. And I have my land and everything. Like, y'all, your mind. I ain't never want to live in New York or LA or all those places. That money's crazy.
Hey, it's the payment of convenience.
What convenience?
The risk of everything else.
Whatever. I want to be around art
and culture. It's a hassle.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry?
Repeat what you said, Addison.
These days, living in the city is such a hassle, especially with this little. Well, I can't really say it, can I?
You say it. I mean,
the little pandemic.
Yeah.
But of course, people got the mentality, I don't want to live in the country. That's for rednecks. That's for uncivilized people.
Hey, I move out because I want to be by myself. So hell, I'm cool with that. I'm a redneck then. I'm a black neck. No, I'm a redneck because I remember I gotta go by Joe Biden's thing when he said, if I don't vote for him, I'm black. Like,
yeah,
I'm a white man in blackface. Yep,
nah, screw all that. Screw all that. All of y'all are nibbers.
Whatever. The first you're hearing is basically a person who hopefully soon next year, him and his wife will join in most of the chats. We hope. But
and on time, hopefully.
Anyway, let's go to the next article. How you doing, Doc?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
We're just going through some of the articles here. So we just did one about a parent had a kid racked up $16,000 on Sonic Forces.
Wait, is that even? How's that possible? They ain't got microtransactions.
The mobile game on Apple. Not the console version. There's a mobile version.
Okay. Then never mind. I need no more details. I know exactly. When you say mobile, that's all I need to know.
Yeah, but still, it's the parents' fault. I mean, the kid did what he did.
I mean, yeah, true. I agree. Well, I'm not sure if I ever told you guys this, but last year on my previous job, I had a coworker that basically he had told me that he discovered that his son, I think his son was like maybe 8 years old, but his son had racked up. He looked at his credit card statement. His son had racked up, I think, $1,000 worth of microtransactions from Fortnite. And I'm thinking to myself, you let your son, well, he didn't give his credit card to his son, but I guess he input the information, let his son buy a few things. Well, it didn't stop at a few things, and it was ongoing. But I'm thinking to myself, you didn't manage that. You didn't make sure you removed your credit card, or you didn't think to say, maybe I should let a kid buy things inside of a game. Period.
My thing is, you shouldn't, as before you
That was
came,
weird.
yeah, before you came on. My thing was, adults don't do preventative problems from from the internet. In the internet age we live in, you don't put a limit on your stuff. You put your cards just on anything so anybody could hack it. Like, that's a stupid thing to do.
Yeah,
I'm like, here, son, let me give you my credit card. You go have it at it.
But you know what though? To a lot of people, well, not to a lot, but to some people, it is a status thing. So, for example, about 8 months ago, I went into a Chick-fil-A, and a guy was in front of me, and he kind. I don't mean this offensively, but he looked like a guy that played a lot of online PC games. But he walked up to the counter, and he literally used his Apple Watch to pay for his meal.
Yeah,
He walked up and just let it scan it, and I'm thinking, dude, if I was even a intermediate hacker, I could use any type of Bluetooth algorithm to walk up to your watch, get close to you, and scan all your finance information and walk away. And the guys that created, I think it's some type of algorithm to literally steal people's information from their phones via Bluetooth. They actually put that online publicly, free to download years ago.
Convenience with a risk.
Like I said, people give a practicality for convenience.
I'm thinking, people even ask me, are you paying with Apple Pay? Hell no, I only have an iPhone. Are you paying with wireless pay? Nope. Even though my credit card has the wireless thing in it, I don't use the wireless thing to pay at all. My phone, nothing. I only had that shit activated.
I use physical cash when I'm in public. I mostly use physical money when I'm in public.
I mean, is that a physical money, or I'm using my debit card? I'm not gonna say I don't use my debit card, but I don't do transaction. Like I said, I do have, to be full disclosure, because I don't. I guess to be full disclosure, to be honest, I mean, I do have my card for Amazon, but you need two authentication to access it, to buy stuff. Just like, oh, boom, boom. No, you gotta do this, and then it'll text you, and then the whole 9 yards, because that's my money.
Yeah.
And also,
me, even on my computer, my home computer, I don't have any, and I do mean any, username or password saved for anything I visit on a daily. None of it.
Okay, well, like I said, but there are ways to do it. But you gotta be very cogent in what you're doing right now in this digital world, because a lot of people are trying to force, like China. China basically doesn't take physical cash anymore. It's all digital. That's why if you do a crime, or like that video in CNBC when that guy jaywalked, but he didn't really jaywalk like the sense of jaywalker, like he went against the light, like that it was red and he walked across the light. The light was already there. He was walking, and by the time he put his foot on the other side, it already turned red. So he was, and because of that couple seconds, they emailed him and said, "You are jaywalking. We take out $3,000 out of your account." I'm like, holy smoke! Automatically off the top, he got emailed within a couple seconds when he was on the other sidewalk, and he got that, and China already done took out $3,000 out of his account. He jaywalked. That was his fine, and he couldn't fight it because they have all the money. Wow. That's what people want to go towards. I'm telling you.
Yep.
So let's go on to our next.
It's time to go dig a hole. It's time to go dig a hole and live in the forest.
Good luck with that.
No electricity.
Let's go to our next topic, which again, this is why I will preface this. This is what I think. This is why it takes a while to get a scientific fact. There's a lot of scientific theories. It's understandable. I get it. We had a time back in America when people were saying baby formula was better than breast milk, which is going against nature. I never
Oh,
thought that. I didn't like that. I never liked that. And now people are like, oh yeah, maybe some of the problems with people getting these kids against certain kind of now if you can't breastfeed as a woman, really, whatever, I sympathize to you and everything to you that you can't do that. That's different. But this was like they were forcing this and wide range spread. Okay? That's what it was. And now we have, as you can see on the screen, in Australia, the juice industry is in damage control after the Health Star rating changed the rank lower than Diet Cola.
say what?
Fruit growers and processors say that they are crushed by the decision to cut Health Star rating for 100% non-sugar juice, 5-star for low star and 5-star as low as 2 stars. Australia and New Zealand Ministry form on Food Regulation, a group made up of state and territory ministers, met considering in response to recommend as part of the 5-year HSA review. Basically, I'll just basically the key point is this, because it's you could just Google it and see. But what the problem is, right? They're saying that Coca-Cola is more healthier than orange juice because of the sugar content.
You mean to tell me natural sugar from fruits is less healthy than
added sugar?
Got to be fruit.
Yes, that's how crazy things. This is why I said the scientists, whatever. We don't accept this initial decision. We really has no bias in nutritional value. It's really mind-numbingly dumb.
You think?
Yes.
I mean, why would the government and corporations, lie to you lie to you? They don't want to take advantage of you, and for money purposes, do they?
Well,
I don't think so. I think there's some of the most honest people in the world. I mean, come on. Walmart loves us as a people.
Yeah,
they love us as a people. They don't love our wallets.
Well, but this is true. But the thing about it, this is true. The government of Australia. So yes, it's kind of stupid.
Hey, Trip, that's the second thing from Australia today, right? The thing I showed you earlier.
Yeah.
Casually on the war on sugar, Hancock said the campaign against sugar is painting every type of sugar in a bad light. The desire to stamp out sugar out of customers' diet has been misconstrued and taken off into a different direction, he said. There is so many other products consumers eat these days unwittingly eating sugar. It's added sugar and is not natural in a product. If you do go ahead.
Apologies. That's just my output. Seems like those
painkillers.
I think I need to need painkillers in
it. If you do use that system,
he's tripping.
You will get a guide of choices that make bad decisions. You're going to be given a bump stare. The other effects of the that producers will stop using HR system in the products, which I would stop using the system. If you're damn right, I wouldn't put that my damn label in. If they don't have faith in it, they don't trust it. It sends a poor message to consumers, and I think, see business stop using it, which is true. That's dumb. Coke is more healthy than orange juice. That's stupid. That's just stupid. Again, that's just summing it up for you what it is. Because diet soft drinks have artificial sugars and elevates above, which is natural sugars, like Trip just said. Yeah, that's just stupid. This is what you don't let it. This is another reason I don't like government. Again. That's just dumb. And that's why I said added sugar to juices. I get that. That you gotta be careful when you buy juices. Look for that. If it says it don't say added sugars, then okay to juices. But there are juices out there that have added sugar. That's not healthy for you. But natural sugar. Go ahead.
I was just saying, man, Australia. Yeah, now your nickname is Down Under. You guys are really going down under.
I always thought it was weird.
Right.
I always thought it was weird when people was like, oh, well, you got your grape juice or your grapes and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, we're human beings. We've been eating that for years. I think the body could handle natural sugars. It's the high fructose corn syrup and all the chemical engineered sugars is what you gotta watch out for. Heck, white sugar is not natural because it's been bleached out from brown sugar. Brown sugar is what comes from canes. Now, I'll give you this. White sugar in Europe, most cases, is kind of natural because beet sugar is kind of... No, it's still bleach. No, it is still bleach. If I remember on Discovery Channel, they did bleach it. So, yeah. Still that. Now, I was just remembering the documentary they did because like most people get sugar from sugar cane, but in Europe, because it's too cold and whatever, they get their sugar from beet sugar.
Yes.
So yeah. But this is all crazy right here. This is just nuts to think this. But am I surprised? Not really. So,
so much stuff that.
Go ahead.
This is the latest crazy thing from them.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, last topic for the night before we let's say hit the chat for a little bit before we call it. This one kind of is stupid. This is good. Now we're going back to California.
Hey, my neck of the woods.
San Diego district held white privilege training, told teachers that you're racist.
Oh my goodness. Oh, my migraine is acting up.
What was the title?
San Diego school district held white privilege training and told teachers that you're racist.
Wow. Well, it's California. What do you expect these days?
Oh, white privilege training, which is a stupid concept. You're racist and asked to commit to becoming anti-racist. Again, there's no such thing as anti-racist because it's racist. Stop. It's just like in game where they get in a game where the whole stuff about negative latency and day zero patch and all that. What the hell with these words, these buzzwords people use? It don't mean nothing.
Yeah, negative latency isn't a thing.
It's called predict.
It's just he's gonna predict what button you're gonna push before you push it. That's fantastic.
It's like the technology has become psychic.
Hey, why even play the game if that's the whole thing about it? You're right.
Who said that? I need to find
Microsoft.
What?
Well, Microsoft.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
Phil Spencer and them when we were talking about the Xbox X series.
Wow.
Yep.
And they let him get away with that. Gamers just let him get away with that.
Kanoshi, come on, you know.
Oh God, I love it.
Well, it's just like
I love that blast processing.
Exactly. Trip said the same thing too when we were talking about it. Trip said the exact same thing. Look at what do you call it? Look at that what do you call it? Dang it. I can't remember it now. Again, CD Projekt Red. Sorry, CD Projekt Red now with their stuff with day one. Everybody, okay. Even though I don't like it, I don't like the thing of it. I know what a day one patch is. The game come release that day, you get a day one patch. It makes at least that makes sense. I don't like it, but it makes sense. Day zero patch. What the hell? What are you coming up with these names?
I'm like, so
yeah,
It's that you're going to patch your product before it comes out of the.
They could just call it a pre-release patch.
Yeah, but they just come with a term that's just nonsensical. Or one of them, as Trip reminded me, and I was trying to, and Kanoshi's here, but remember when with the forward capability instead of backwards capability, forward capability.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, forward
Yeah.
capability.
Oh, these terms mean not a damn thing, but people just eat it up so crazy. Oh, anti-racist. By what? How are you gonna be anti-racist? People never, when they try to say it don't make no sense.
Well, never mind if you're white.
Because if you
any
said
kind of white, you're. Go ahead.
well, I was gonna say because they're the ones who say when people say I don't judge people by their color or their skin, whatever. They're like, oh, only racists would say that. What? That's just, it makes no sense. And they're the same people who did the color of the skin, and they say they're the one that they're not a racist. How crazy that is.
Going in
Blame the
circles.
schools. Blame the schools.
San Diego Unified School District began a session instructing facility members that they will experience guilt and close-mindedness because they were white and privileged. What the frick? Man, I would slap some people. I would be slapping people. And it's because of their white fragility. That book by D'Angelo is I read the book. It is as racist as anything. That's what I said. People don't know what it's saying. That book, I said last night, that book says brown and black people are stupid, white people are evil. That's what that book basically spells out. It doesn't say
double negative.
Yes, it doesn't say that. It doesn't. If you read that book, it's like I'll be like, I am not stupid, ma'am. And it's of course white leftist woman. Am I surprised? I'm not surprised.
Nope.
They learned these teachings from white fragility, Robin DiAngelo, to be an anti-racist journal awareness. Shut up. So stupid.
I am shaking.
It's so stupid. And they're handing out racist healing handbook and everything. Group of challenged to become anti-racist in classroom, confine the examine that their white privilege teach others to see privilege according to the report. Basically, that's what it is. And that's what racism is anyway. Judging the people by the content by the color of the skin. But that part right there, that part right there is just annoying itself. But this is the part I want to highlight. I'm gonna highlight it on the screen for y'all. This is what's going on. Earlier this year, the district went on a major overhaul in grading system as a part of a large effort to combat racial discrimination. The San Diego Union Tribune reported. Data have revealed that there are significant disciplining between the percentage of white and minority students who receive D and F in their first semester of the last school year. While white students made up 7% of all D's and F, black students accounted for 20%, Hispanics receive about 23% of it. The paper reported. In the efforts to prevent discrimination, the school board voted to eliminate non-academic factors like late work, classroom behavior into the student's grade. This is part of our honest reckoning as a school district, says Richard Breyer, who is the district vice president. If we're actually going to be anti-racist in school, we have to confront practices that this have gone on for years. The school board also voted to increase diversity among the faculty, require school police to undergo de-escalation training. I got nothing against that part. Required training to eliminate bias in hiring and processing. That's just there's a law for it. Funny enough, that California wanted to get rid of that law, but people did vote against it, which is I was surprised by that one. I was shocked, but California ain't super bat crazy yet. You know what? You know what's funny? You know what's funny that they didn't just white and black and Hispanic. They didn't say Asian, and that's the most minorities of minorities. Why? Because Asians know that because it's in their culture that their parents tell them get good grades.
Or else you're gonna get an ass whooping.
Not really. You get shaming. And some Asian mothers, them tiger moms, they could shame the shit out of you.
Oh yes.
Could shame the crap out of you.
So who do you think's worse, an Asian woman or a black woman when it comes to shaming the kids?
Asian. Because the Asian, because even so, they'll be shamed, but they're gonna be shamed to doing something better. Others they just put you down for S sake in most cases. And we talk about bad, crappy parents in the black part. Not all, whatever, we don't use all absolute. But the thing that came about is they're saying that we're not gonna use late work and classroom behaviors. Yeah, because what those kids. So you mean they come to school late? That's that should count. You trying to teach them to become protected part. Give me a second, Trip. You trying to teach them to be a productive citizen. Show the work up on time. Show the places on time. Don't have bad behavior because that reflects on your work. Because you don't want. I don't think anybody wants to work with a person who's a disgruntled employee. So it's just stupid that we don't teach this stuff in schools no more. In some of these stupid schools who want to say, "Oh, this is because of racism." No, because the parents did a crappy job raising their kids.
No, schools are supposed to raise the kids.
Just because, as a person, as a fellow YouTuber, Jericho agrees, said, just because of the man and the woman went, and then you should not take your responsibilities. That's kind of no, that should not be the fault. You did it. You take care of the responsibilities of it. I still remember a story when he brought I forgot about that story. Because the parent was a Hispanic, they didn't have no internet at home. They had to do schoolwork. They dropped their kids off at a Taco Bell so they could use the Wi-Fi there, and she left them in the parking lot by themselves. I'm like, what kind of crappy parent are you? Wow. They're crappy people out there.
Basically, parenting without supervision.
You mean neglect?
I mean, your two, and it was two daughters with two females. They could have got somebody could have took them up, could have get abused, raped. So many things could have happened. Like lucky the what do you call it? The crew members of the Taco Bell saw them and brought them inside and said, "Hey, yeah, you can use whatever until the mom." I was like, and of course, she got it. They CPA got in charge or whatever, but she didn't get nothing out of it. After you go back into the story.
So let me get this straight. You drop them at a Taco Bell parking lot, and maybe I'm just spitballing here, but maybe it's probably in a location or an area that is not very secure.
Ghetto.
Thank you. It's a ghetto place. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying look, I'm just saying that it is just stupid that happened. And the thing about it is, did she get punished for it or whatever? Or did their kids get taken away and everything like that? No. No.
Where's the child support for this?
Why would they?
Yeah, just because it's not a man involved.
I don't know about that. I'm just you kind of right on that one. I don't know denying that. It's just so stupid. It's just dumb. But that's what's going on. So now you see what it is. They were so like I said, it's just stupid. They worry so much about this whole and whatever that they don't see that they're teaching their kids stupid stuff. It's just dumb.
Yeah.
I am lost for words.
It is. Anyway, let's go. Because again, I don't want to steal people late and everything. So we have about not bad 7.9K watching from temporary friends. Shout out to you guys. About 20 on Facebook and 3 on YouTube. Hey, I call it as it is, but I'll take what we can take. Thank you all for spending your time in here and listening to us. So, well, like I said, not the comments are coming in quickly. Okay. Again, Rita
Let's hope
Seeker.
they're respectful.
And I'll show what I got there. Rita Seeker from UK. Wake up, people! They're trying to divide us. They're making us think what they want us to think. Turn the fake news media off. Think for yourself. Repent and believe in the gospel life. Amen, sister. Amen. And hallelujah. And she has the the Christian everything emojis at the back of it.
Gosh, all 9 yards.
Yep. Roran Christiansen from Germany. I am so glad that I am not living in a so-called land of dreams, USA. What a joke it has become. Yeah.
If you want to be specific, California, okay, I'll give you that.
Hey, I get what you're saying.
No,
I think he means USA in general.
New York.
I think that's what it is. Brandy McKeel. Racism is what communists believe capitalism is, which again proves. Okay, sorry. I want to read it straight through. He has a couple stops, and I'm getting caught up. Racism is what communists believe capitalism is, which again proves communism is wrong, outdated, and satanic. Money is the incentive to produce, which is sold to people. If money is what capitalism wants, then hiring a person to do the right thing is what capitalism hires. If money is not the incentive, then it is slavery. That people will work to produce people like them. Okay. You give a little pro ballers sit out for less money and more perfect example of capitalism. Get rid of the minimum wage and unions and watch people flourish. Okay, that's a big chunk right there that you say, and I'll just descend it. Since I'm reading it was a long thing, I'll desensitize a little bit. Basically, yeah. If you want something, you
mean distill?
Disseminate, distill. If you wanna work for something and you have a product, if your skills show something, then you should get paid for your skills. If you just want to sit down and don't do nothing, you should get nothing. That's basically what's going on.
Basically.
Yeah.
Simple sense.
Jennifer Flores from Germany. This is so stupid. Pull your kids out of public schools. I get it.
Silly indeed.
Randy Sherman from Germany. I admit, I see no problem with this. I have been okay, hold on. It caught me off guard. Sorry. I admit, I see no problem with this. I've been a racist all my life. We should have normalized racism at this point against all the acres of against Asian and Latinos and Asian Latinos versus black and black versus white. I see no problem. Oh only racism see this as a good thing. Your sarcasm is truly seen, sir.
Yep.
You're correct. That is just stupid. But people, like as we said, people just do crazy things, in that regard. All right, let's keep on going. Give me a second. I'll refresh it because of another set of people just saying. Now we're up to 7.5. Now we're up to 7.6. Hey, keep on going, people. Keep on going. Dale Gibble from
Make it
France.
right.
Anyone else seeing that the classroom is being re-educated? Anybody else seeing that the classroom has become a re-education camp? Yes, and I know Anderson would say that without no problem.
Yes.
Yeah. The bloodlust that Anderson has for the public school system is
Unhealthy.
as well.
I'll say unhealthy.
To say much.
Yeah, healthy, but at the same time, somewhat understandable.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
Hey, I'm not saying you should have done it, but I understand.
Sarah Lindsay from UK. Glad my husband and I retired from the school system after 30 years. Well, here.
Yeah.
Beau Salon from France. People who think that all white people are privileged really need to go to Eastern Europe. And yes, because if you see how a lot of Europeans treat people from Africa who came legally and everything, the real legal people, oh my goodness. Again, it's bad. It's bad. But of course, they don't want to show that. You bring up a very good point there. Doreen Nowakowski. I grew from Poland. I grew up never knowing that there was a difference between any and all people. But after I got a job in human services and we had to have diversity training, I was surprised to learn that some individuals only see nationality and skin color. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's teaching that thing is teaching racism. That's the part that's so stupid. That's what I said when you read that book. When people say, "Oh, the right fragility is teaching," it literally teaches you black and brown people are stupid and dumb, and they held from the evil white people. That's all it does. If you read that book,
Is this person from Poland?
Yeah. No. She points out a good thing. That's my point. Once you never got introduced to it, but once you started a job and you go to the training literally tells it all. They say, okay, racism is, don't judge you by the skin color, but all they do is show you that it's all about nationality and skin color. That's what the training does. It teaches you racism.
It makes you racist.
That too. Just so stupid.
At least good for this person because this person was in this whole shindig and actually seeing what's happening.
Yeah, Bonnie Zimmerman from Egypt. Morons like those that attend the evil morons who also promote this. This BS is hurting multiracial families. True.
Yep.
Some of these names, I swear, but I gotta give respect again, as usual. If I can't pronounce the name right, I do not mean to offend you at all. Daniel Morentai is like Muriithi. from Egypt, huh?
I was just a Morentai, Morentier.
Yeah.
You get
Yeah. Homes from Egypt. Homeschooling is looking pretty good right now. Since Obama was in office, all this white privilege should have not been considered. Should be considered nonsense. Wow, and there you go from Egypt saying that.
Yeah.
William Decan from Europe. I mean from UK. England. My mistake. Sadly, these kids were never heard of Walter Williams and Thomas Sowell. Oh, you know what? Speaking of that, and shout outs to what you just reminded me. R.I.P. to Walter Williams, a black man who tried his best to help black people understand economics and everything. And Thomas Sowell is he's up in the age too. That's gonna pass away soon.
90.
Yeah, but Walter Williams passed away, and went through all the stuff that like these guys have wealth of knowledge. They were all their families, their fathers and stuff was slaves themselves, and went through a lot of stuff. And you hear what they go through. Ah, man, a wealth of knowledge.
Buy all the books from them that you can, people, before they're erased.
Eric Thomas
Go ahead.
Sowell's comic book is really good, but also really boring. It's like only a couple chapters that I've heard. I guess it's really dry.
I mean, it's thinking material. It's not exciting. It's not exciting to go. It's not exciting to go and take the trash out of your house to the curb. But you know what? It needs to be done.
I'm just talking. I'm just kind of from people who
Okay.
Sure. Who've read the book.
Yeah, but it's still points. Yeah, but my point still stands. Not to even to the people you said. Yes, taking out the trash to the curb is not exciting, but it still needs to be done. And Thomas Sowell's book, and also Walter Williams, who passed away last week. Yeah, there were black people who got in there, who tried to educate black people, who tried to show them that you don't, judge you on the character, your contact, be whatever. If again, remember I played a clip of Garris' Soul as well too. Herman Cain. When he was saying, when the guy said, why did this white guy got so much thing? Because he has a master's degree. Is that what did Herman Cain said? Did he bitch? Did he groan? Did he say, oh, because he went? No, he went and got a master's. He came back, hey, I got a master's. And he became the first black person to do the calculation for nuclear for missiles. He proved them wrong. Yeah. That's what you do. You don't just sit there like, oh, well, you didn't want to pick because I'm black. Nah. If they didn't choose me with the black, he would have just said, okay, let me whatever. And remember what his boss said. You know what? You proved me wrong. His boss told him that you proved me wrong. I thought you were just gonna step to the side, whatever. But you came back and you showed me that you have a master's, and I love that clip. And that clip came from a movie called Uncle Tom, which is also a good movie to watch. A documentary, I should say, to watch. No safe space.
You better save it before they erase it.
No safe space.
Save it before they erase it.
Yeah. No Safe Space and Uncle Tom and Flawless America. Those are some documentaries I would recommend to people to go watch. Particularly if you're black. No Safe Space is not really for black, it's for everybody, but it shows you how they want to censor everything, as we know how things go. Flawless America shows that the true pandemic in Black America. And that's why I called it last night's show the Black Curse. And of course, the Uncle Tom, which is again, a lot of people never read the damn book, Tom's Cabin. He was not a bad guy, he was the hero. But people don't know what they're using it for.
Oh, ironic, eh?
I know, right? Yeah.
They co-opted his name and made it into a negative.
Yep.
That's surprising. That's a common tactic they use.
Yeah, well, that is true. Let me just go a little bit more now. We call it a night. Let's see. William Hersea. Sarah, I work hard and earn everything I have. I should have just said, okay. I work hard and earn everything I have. I should have just sat back with my hand out, waiting for the white privilege to kick in. I'm such a fool. And that from UK. Sorry, from UK. Um, colon.
Don't feel bad. I went to school thinking it would help me.
Yeah, colon Warren Burger from Germany. I never took my years in high school seriously because they tried to indoctrinate me into leftist ideology and into political consciousness and Marxism. And they made me watch. Oh wow! They made you watch
Same here.
CNN. Ugh. They made me watch CNN, which I did
Oh,
not believe anything CNN says, and I am glad I don't know how. Let's see, and I don't know how high school. I am 20. I'm 25 years old, and I am also one of the first of my family to graduate from college at the age of 20. When I look back, I think it was a joke. Meaning, how you going to get through life if you don't take things seriously? Eh, I get you. Brian Chua from Portugal.
I've been there.
Watching what you're saying, watching what you guys are saying, I'm like, what is this? What is the San Diego district even thinking is trying to prove? To accuse whiteness to be automatically racist is just providing more division and unity. This is the total BS. I'm glad I. Let's see. Oh, I'm glad that you guys are talking about this. Yeah, well, yeah. Again, yeah, that's just what it is.
it needs to be heard.
Um,
Google ain't gonna keep us down.
Dana James, how am I racist by celebrating every skin color and ethnicity? That's what I'm saying. By by the whole thing of you doing that, you are teaching people to be. Like you acknowledge, all you can acknowledge is that person is black. This kid, remember, I'm a white guy in blackface. But anyway, the joke aside, this skin you have a perceived notion that I'm black, and you might have some stereotypes. Some stereotypes are true, some stereotypes are not true. But you have of that notion. That's you to think that, and I don't care. And to a point is, I'm not in your mind, so I don't know what you think when you see my skin. You see me. I know. I don't gotta prove. I gotta know is if you get to know me, I'll prove you wrong on your stereotypes. Again,
Yes.
but I'm not saying the stereotypes are not be there. People those stereotypes are bad. No, there is a percent. There is a percentage of black men who don't take care of the kids. I'm not one of them, and that's a fact. But that doesn't mean me being one of them. Okay, knowing the person, the skin doesn't mean the skin is what it is. If you don't interact with it, then you don't know what's going on, and you being ignorant on yourself. So that's what it is. But to judge a person on just the skin, by definition, is racist, and that's what they're telling you. So stupid.
What they're telling you is it's bad when they do it. It's okay when you do it.
Basically. Nancy Thomas, they were setting up minority. They are setting up minorities up for failure in the real world to make excuses
For failure.
Huh? You said.
Eh?
I thought you said
For
something.
failure before you said it.
Oh, yeah. They set up minorities up for failure in the real world to make excuses because of your skin color is ridiculous. And if it was for me, I would be furious. They're saying that minorities aren't intelligent enough or disciplined enough to compete with and perform with the same level as whites or Asian. This is utter nonsense. That's the point. You guys are getting it. You guys are getting it.
Yeah.
That's the point. That
Like
training
if I was
is stupid.
if I was a teacher,
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead, Trip.
I'm like if I was a teacher at that if I was a teacher in that school and they're going to introduce that, I fight against that. And if I lose, I quit.
Brian Moreno from
You won't have a
Portugal.
job.
That's true. You know
There's
what?
more than one school in that state, and I probably have to leave that state.
Heather Lennox from England is more head. Okay, I gotta quote it. Change a word here. There's more head effery tactics from Marxists trying to guilt trip people who have not considered this nonsense out of their whole life. I thought all this crap was put to bed in the 1970s. I mean, amongst actual people who live in reality. Well, again, a lot of these professors. The problem is a lot of these professors who
Well,
teach colleges and stuff like that. They use theory. They don't put it to actual see what's going on. No, go ahead, Trip.
yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah. Even I myself thought that this type of ideology would have been put to rest, but nope. When you actually look and read through history, no, it never dies.
It's part of,
It
but
just
it's part of human
changes
nature.
shape.
It's part of human nature. Casey
Yes.
Stover from UK. I really appreciate your honesty take. My son is 16 and has been taught that very same thing. I see him become completely brainwashed, but he can't see it because the schools are so good at their propaganda. They start young, and it's not just they start young. It's not only in college. I've turned him on to you guys' show, and hopefully, I see a little glimmer in his eye that he's understanding what you guys are talking about. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate that much, Mr. Stewart. I hope, like I said to your
We
son. Look, no matter if you're black, okay, the way you look at it, it looks like you're saying it like with the whole thing. Look, you are you. The only thing you can control, like me, all I can control is my hand and my feet. I control my destiny myself. How bad things gonna happen to me has happened to me in my life. Yes, I've lost people because of crap, whatever, just destiny
yeah.
stuff, but in life. But it's up to you to put in that work to do what it is. I came from I was very poor. And like I said, was I the first person in my family to get a house? No. But here's the funny thing. The house my house, and it's not bragging, I'm just saying it, but my house right now can fit majority of my other family's house. If you combine that house and another house I have back home, you combine it, it could fit everybody's houses in those two houses.
Brag, brother. You worked for it.
Well, yeah, and because I work hard at doing what I had to do, that's my point. You work hard, you get the if to your son again. If you're listening, be careful. I know your mom should be telling you this. Miss Stewart, you should be telling your son this, okay? One, it is, I get what you say that your son, is completely brainwashed, and I'm happy that you turn him on to us. I'll say this. You should still be in your son. Make sure that you're still there and tell him, hey, this is crazy. Don't do this, whatever, because you're the parent. The schools got the propaganda. I get it. And that's what Anderson was talking about, but you still got to put your foot down on some of the nonsense. One. Two, for me to you, go ahead and get your high school diploma. Do your best you can. You're 16. Get a driver's license as well too, because again, if you're mobile and you're in a city, you're in UK. If you're in London itself, then you maybe not need to do it. But just in within the city, but if you're the country, you won't force anything. Two, if you find a young female, sir, protect. All right. Your mom should be telling you this, but I'm telling you this from my protect yourself. Do not have unprotected sex with no female. None. Do not let them trick you. Do not let them I'm about control. None. The reason I'm saying this to you because having a child is expensive. And if you want to if you do those things, you might not be rich, but you definitely sure won't be destitute and poor. Okay? Just follow those. Nick Chop says, Jesus, I need a break from everything. from UK. Abby. Oh, thank you.
We all do.
Abby Vavisi from Poland. Love your videos, love your perspective, and greetings from Poland. Again, thank you.
Thank you, sir. We love your sausages.
Well, it's a female, so that's kind of wrong. Abby.
So many ways.
Oh my goodness. And let me see. Let me. I do one more. Phil. Baba. Vera from Portugal. According to the Department Labor, the reason I want to do this because it looked like the person put out something really good, so I want to read it. According to the Department of Labor statistics, there are more white people on welfare than any other race. That is true. There are more white people on welfare. Percentage-wise is a different story, but on like just raw numbers, yes. Apparently, they didn't get the memo that anti-racists are racist. They can speak for themselves. Thick skin is the thing to get past all this nonsense. I had enough of this white privilege talk, preaching to people, making them to feel guilty for what they did not do and put their companies in total misery. Hear, hear, amen to that, and I'll leave it at that. I think that's a good way to end it. I think that's a good way to end tonight. So thank you guys again for joining us as usual. Wow, now we got up to about 8.9K watching. Again, Tempo FM, thank you guys, man. You guys have been supportive from not only with this show, but the old show Radio T3 when you guys used to listen to me and Corey when I had the old radio show Radio T3, and it was like millions of people watching then. But thank you guys for that. Hopefully I could get Tempo FM to put it back on a regular basis, like they had in the old school, but we'll see maybe in the future with that. Maybe you guys could email Tempo FM and help and put it back onto terrestrial radio like I was with Radio T3. That would help. That would help for sure.
Immensely.
Yeah. And again, we're doing this just for fun and just talking out stuff like this. None of us is getting paid. We're doing this on our own. I mean, I'm just trying to get the word out. You guys go again, Tempo again, as Anderson said and I have said, just go to YouTube. I am going to branch out. Don't get me wrong. I'm trying to get the best audience I can. Don't get me wrong. But still, if you go to YouTube and just click the subscribe button, you don't got to watch it there. You don't got to listen it there. If you want to catch past shows, that's the best place to go right now. I am going to work to get in on Library and BitChute and all the other stuff. We're going to figure all that stuff out, which takes time to do it. But we'll get there. We'll get there. But yeah, just go to Facebook. I'm not Facebook. Go to Tempo FM. Tempo FM. Guys, go to YouTube. Subscribe to Project Open Mic. Leave a comment, up, like, down. It doesn't bother me. Hey, start a conversation, and also hit the bell for notifications so you know when it goes up. You get shows from hopefully. And Doc jumped in for a second, jumped back out. Hopefully we'll get videos from Doc, his wife, also from Kenosha when he gets the chance to do videos. Because y'all have access to put any videos you want, but right now it's just me and Andre. And so check out on YouTube any past videos on any topics you have, like the couple people who thanked us that we turned them on to other people. Thank you. But with that said, yeah, thank you guys, man. This was a good conversation tonight, just talking about stuff. And as we call it as that, I'll go around the clock. Triple M, is there anything else you want to say to end the show?
Oh, nothing much. Just to say, hey, if you have a friend that, well, they don't really listen to a radio show, but they look at but they do look at YouTube videos. Hey, share them on channels so they can see stuff from us as well. But till next time, people, take care.
Yep.
And don't be anti-race.
Yeah. Konoshi, anything else you want to add before we go?
2020. When you're gone, I will never. I will never miss you.
Oh God, I want to do this. Let me do this quick joke, and it's a commercial shout to something I don't think. But Match.com have a commercial. I don't know if anybody sees it with the devil meets. They're saying that anybody could get a match, and it was the devil fighting 2020, and she was like, and she revealed herself. Just call me 2020. Like that. That's messed up. That is so messed up. But
Indeed.
Well, understandable. What about you, Anderson? Anything else you want to? Any final thoughts? If you're there.
Yeah, despite Kenosha here saying otherwise, it hasn't been completely terrible. It's still the Christmas season. Try to, enjoy what you have and avoid any pills. Just seek the truth.
All right. And hopefully, I don't know what you guys schedule up, but I hope we could do a side chat for New Year's Eve, which will be next week. No, that's Christmas Day, ain't it? 25th is Friday, right?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens. I'll talk with the guys after. I'll talk to the guys after the show. But again, I know I'm gonna do a project over by under 20. Maybe you guys could join in for that one. Just talk about something different and not too spicy on that one on the 24th. But other than that, yeah. For me, I thank you. And again, I always say in the chat, I thank you guys for liking, for listening to what it is. And like the lady said, turn her son on to us. Thank you. I appreciate that. And hopefully, again, you learn from us as best as you can. We're not perfect. All of us don't agree on everything 100%. You'll learn that. You don't want to agree with 100%. You want to bounce ideas around and have a conversation. And that's what Project Open Mic, again, it was initially for. Project Open Mic was to open a mic for everybody to talk and have a conversation. All right? That's why I wanted to give the guy you just heard before, Doc, and his wife, and Kenosha, and everybody, like I said, I gave them access that they could put any video up, talk about any topic. And that's why the side chat is an any topic thing. We used to go from gaming to sugar stuff. I saw some comments in there, but the last one took up most of the feed. But with the sugar, we went to sugar and gaming, and we bounced around. So the side chat is just bounce around all kind of stuff. It's not topical too much like Project Open Mic. But again, check out Project Open Mic 8:30 to 9 o'clock Eastern Time Thursdays, and again, same thing at 8:30 to 9 o'clock. Fridays is a side chat, and look out for Andre's mic, Kenosha if he ever does stuff, all the others as well. Straight no chases mine, and hope you guys have a good Friday, safe Friday, chill with your family. Merry Christmas to those if we didn't get a chance to see you guys, or Hanukkah as well. I mean, holidays for anybody else, but I do call out the name of the name of the holiday. I'm gonna call it out. Sorry. So if you didn't hear from us again, Merry Christmas to all. Hope you guys did your shopping. Everything goes right. What the lady talked about. Be careful of the scams and stuff. Don't get caught up in stuff, because including more people online shopping now because of the COVID. Be very, very mindful and careful about that. Other than that, remember, evil comes in all shapes, sizes, creed, color. No matter what, evil is evil. And remember, people are stupid, individuals smart. Be that smart individual. This is Tig up of the side chat with the rest of the guys. Peace out. Have a good night.
Be jolly, but not jolly.